All aboard! Hello and welcome to another edition of Shaky Hands Shed, and in today's video I'm going to be taking Hornby Railways, Sir Nigel Gresley, and making a pony truck repair and to a broken pony truck and giving it a general clean and a bit of a service, because it's been stood and it's been a bit battered. Anyway, here's what we're starting with. The pony trucks are off and it's covered in a liberal coating of dust. We're standing for a few years. And it's also been a bit battered on the connecting rods. I had to do a couple of little tweaks to stop the wheels locking up because there'd been rods bent in. But it has potential. It turns out nice in the end, which is the main thing. Anyway, here's the main reason I'm doing it. There's the screw that were in it and how it should be. I'm guessing this isn't the only one that's done it. There must be others out there that snapped the pony truck screw and left the screw in the hole. So it necessitated I have to strip down the chassis first, which I'm doing here. I want just the chassis block remaining, so I can drill and if necessary tap. I'll explain sizes in a bit. But in the meantime we're just working out how to strip the chassis down. As it goes, once the screws are out for pony trucks, it's only one screw in the middle that holds it together, and then it just clips off. Like so. Well, I'm just taking the screw out here. And it pivots from the front to the back, and it's held by a couple of lugs at the back of the plastic base plate. And there we are, it's off. And then your wheel sets should just drop out. Old lube and that'll probably hold them a bit. And here what I'm doing, I'm disconnecting the valve gear holder, unclipping it at the base. It unclips, then you can push it up and out. Once you unclip, you can see the valve bend in one of the valve rods there that was causing my chassis to lock up. It was quite bent once I got that bend out. And anyway, here you want to make sure you drill on course, and you want to use a 1.5 to 1.7 drill bit. I got away with not tapping what were left out. I just screwed the screw in and it went in nice. I did it with the aid of some oil, but I didn't have to run a tap down it to get rid of the remaining crud in there, so happy days. And here I'm just using methylated spirits again to clean all the crud off the wheels and the valve gear. And there it was a bit it run okay there, but later on it was stuttering and I discovered it were bending one of the valve rods. that were catching and not allowing it to work correctly. Because on these ones, they're not a powered chassis, the Ringfield motors in the tender, everything has to be bob on your locomotive, the running gear, because they're very light, and the slightest thing that's wrong, they will lock up, and you'll just have a tender pushing a sliding locomotive. But never be worried about working on your larger locomotive chassis and running gear. They look more intimidating than they actually are. If you work methodical and work things out and take your time, clean stuff, watch how you pay attention to how you disassemble and how you reassemble, study hornby's drawings etc. for the service sheets, and learn how the real thing works. That always helps. Anyway, I'm just giving the motor here a quick clean in the gears with meths, and then I re-lubed it. I wasn't doing a great deal to it because the last time I run it, it ran slick, and it's not run, it's just been stud, so it'll just need a quick swoosh over and a couple of little dabs of oil. There, I've been a bit too generous if anything, but I'll explain now. You should really put it on with a cocktail stick or pin. I was just lazy there, I should have done it that way, but I've put some on, so happy days. I'm expecting going back and paying this local a visit in the future to do further stuff on it, so I wasn't over panicked. It may end up as a project in the future for other bits and pieces, so all I wanted for today was it back together and running nice. And here what we do, well, back together clean and running nice. Here what I'm doing, I'm scrubbing off the years of, because it's years old, it doesn't just end up as dust, you get a film underneath, like a gungy film, and you have to give it a scrub to get it off. It's like because of the moisture in the air and the dirt in the air, it settles and it gets moisture in it, and it gets it gets like a gungy film. As luck would have it, this one, it's not been in the sunlight like my 4F was, so it's the 4F had faded a little bit, but this one has got off with not fading. I'm just scrubbing the numbers there at front now, and the smoke box door. The shape on an A4 is really beautiful. It's like, how can you describe it? It's like, oh shit, what's the period they called it? It's one of my favourite periods as well, but it's similar to Art Deco, that's what I'm thinking of. It's like an Art Deco design, similar to a Bugatti, like very similar to the lines of a Bugatti, and ironically the same colours in the garter blue. So it was very much of that period when designs were very beautiful. Sorry about that, just taking a swig of water. And here I'm doing the tender, giving the coal a good scrubbing. Because you've got to have clean coal. Well, that's a bit of an oxymoron really in itself. Clean coal. And they're just getting into all the nooks and crannies, and I didn't mind too much scrubbing over the lettering and numbering because I've got LNER decal sheets. But if you don't have the decal sheets and you want to do it to your own, just use mild dish soap, and I've used hand washing liquid. Some like palm olive hand washing liquid. You just want a gentle soap and a soft toothbrush, you don't want a harsh one. Like, you can either use your own toothbrush, or you can buy special ones, or you can even use the dog's if you want, I suppose. But just as long as you use a soft toothbrush. Anyway, here we go. Running smooth as a watch again. Beautiful little loco. There we go, nice slow speed really. Really what it could do with, I could do with road building a circular tail tracing track, so I can run it one way and then the other for a bit, so it gets full flexation and full running. Because on an end-to-end layout it gets a bit of running, but not enough to bed in and that and get it moving every now and again. Anyway, as a reminder, here's where we started. A4, Sir Nigel Gresley, with broken pony truck and absolutely full of dust. This is from my own loco stable. They've not had a good 7 years, because what happened, I was doing stuff with it and then I had a serious motorcycle accident, nearly lost my leg and had to have my hand pinned back together, so it put hobbies and that on the back burner for about 6-7 years now. But I'm getting there gradually, and I started my diecast channel first and then moved on to this. But as you can see, the years where I'd had the accident weren't kind to me models. Anyway, here's where we finished up. I could bring it up even better with polish and stuff, but at the moment I'm happy with where it's back to. It's back in one piece, it's running, looking clean and tidy, and good to go up and on a layout again, which I'm either gonna buy one or build one. Well, if I buy one, there's one I've got an eye on, and I'll probably be extending it if I buy it, so that's something to look out for in future. It'll probably be future videos. Anyway, all I can do at the moment is thank everybody for watching. If you've not subscribed, why the hell not? It's free, you know. And if you have, thank you for the journey along with me. And even better, if you press the bell icon to get notifications. And just as good, if you press the thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up so other people see the videos. That'd be superb. Anyway, people, take care out there, look after yourself, and as we say in Lancashire, tatty pie, everybody. Tatty pie.